I think at that time there was an organization in Chestertown called the Chester Sassafras Foundation.
Right.
That was beginning to do it on a Kent County basis. And then Sandy and a few others, I don't remember, Governor Hughes came in at some point pretty early. Howard Wood from Centreville.
Right.
And they just kind of started it out of whole cloth.
Yeah.
So he brought a number of the Kent County board members, and really just people he knew in all 5 counties. And he was very modest about it in terms of being a father, and a husband, everything. It's not something we talked about all the time. It was his interest.
Yeah, Sandy was one of our founders, and he he knew everybody. He loved it. He paid attention to what people were interested in and connected them to others. So, like, my earliest memories, of Sandy was really as soon as I got on board, he loved to take me out to meet Mrs. whoever that owns that farm over there, or Mr. grandfather over here that owns this farm, and he got it immediately. Being in the real estate business, he understood it, and the sort of potential to take care of the Eastern Shore with conservation easements and different things like that just really resonated with Sandy. I remember at some of our early events, people didn't know each other and people would bring their spouses, and he was in his glory. He would just be working the crap. And if we'd sit down for dinner, he'd make sure spouses didn't sit with each other, sort of mix up he would just make it his job. I want you to sit here and I want this person, let me grab her.
He was in the steel business in Pittsburgh until the late 70s when he retired to move down here. So he just living down here and living on the farm was like the fuel for getting interested in this preservation movement. So Sandy just came down and, restored this family farm with my mother and loved it. And really just loved the land.
Yeah.
He always understood people, and I remember if there was anything tense, like in a board meeting or in the community or whatever, you trip over these things regularly. He would always call me up and say, "Rob, let's go break bread with him or her. Let's go to lunch." That was his thing. Let's break bread. He always sort of felt that if you could sit down and have a bite to eat with someone, for whatever reason, and he was right.